Yo, what's up? I have made it to Adelaide. I'll be street performing during Adelaide Fringe Festival 2026. I just took an overnight bus for 10 hours to get from Melbourne to Adelaide. I have too much gear to take the plane. It would be super annoying. The bus is much more convenient. However, that does mean I didn't get much sleep. Arrived in Adelaide. Got kicked out of a McDonald's for overstaying our welcome. Actually had a nap in there, and then the manager said we couldn't nap, so I had to leave. Sat in a food court for a few hours until we could finally check into our accommodation at 1 p.m. What an ordeal. And then I've had a nap, and now I'm ready to go because I have a show to do tonight at a Asian Oasis Fest, which is in Glenelg, which is a part of Adelaide, but it is by the beach. So I have to take a tram soon for 40 minutes to get there. Should be a good time. I do have to get out of these filthy clothes though, so let's do that. Perfect. My AirPods machine and amp are on charge. Almost ready and packed up. I just need to go into town and get a couple of supplies. Good luck, apparently. Mission supply run all accomplished. Now it is time to eat some sushi. I don't even know if you can call this sushi, it's chicken. And then I can head out one more time to go to Glenelg for the festival. I only have one show there tonight. I've actually been booked to do my street show, so hopefully it should be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, showtime. It's interesting because I put on a brave face like just then when I said, oh yeah, showtime. But in all honesty, I'm nervous. I get nervous almost every time I do a street show, still to this day. And I've been street performing for like 3 years. I think I've street performed in a lot of different scenarios, in a few different countries, in different situations of busyness and easiness and all those kind of things. And still, like, it's a little bit of the fear of the unknown today because I haven't done this particular busking in this particular festival. And also, I'm just a little, self-doubting about myself, which is very frustrating. But hopefully I can, keep acknowledging it and work at getting over it. Oh, it's a bit windy by the beach tonight, but the festival is right here. Hopefully it's not too hard to find where I need to be. Well, I found the stage. Looks pretty quiet. And bump. Whoops. Well, I've made it safely here. It's looking a little bit quiet, but I was just talking to Joe, the sound technician who's just over here, and he said last night was the first night and it was actually pretty busy. Today is a bit windy and the weather has been on and off, so that might not be as good of a day. I'm hoping I can at least pull a small crowd over to the stage area. I'm not going to be performing on the stage, I'm going to perform in front of it. It's just more comfortable for me. I also got offered the PA systems. Don't know if I'll use them. I might just use my own amp and mic and be super comfortable with how I normally do a show. Yeah, I'm a little bit apprehensive because I'm going to be the first performer today and I don't know anyone else, although there is an MC, so apparently I might get an introduction of some sort. I did buy oranges, but I had to buy more because the ones I bought were too big for the cup that I use, which is very frustrating. Bang! That's much better. I'm nervous. It might be difficult. I don't know, and that's what's making me doubt myself. It's a weird environment. It's not like Raw Street. Raw Street, easy enough. Here, people are sitting down or far away eating food. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them to come over. Surely someone will be interested. I'll perform to one person. Well, I'm about to be introduced on stage and then I have to do a show. Oh yeah!
Alright, in the crowd there at the back, do you guys like some magic? Yes? Yes?
Well, it's a good response so far. There was 0 people who said yes, so this is going to go swimmingly well.
The very first performance here today at Asia Oasis 2026 is actually a magician.
What's your name, sir? Matt. Yes. Nice to meet you, Matt. Where are you from, Matt?
Here? Oh, it's a lovely house you've got, mate. Wow. Thanks for having us, Matt. So nice of you to host the entire festival. I like how this man is slowly inching closer when I'm not looking. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. I'll turn away. I'll let you get some space. Oh, oh, he is coming closer. Wow, this is actually working flawlessly. All right, perfect. In fact, sir, over here, what is your name? Matt. Matt? Yes. What are the chances? Are you lying to me? No. No? Okay, well, I'm going to need to see some ID, sir. Somebody in the front row, the man in the hat. What's your name, sir?
My name's Matt.
Matt. Anyone who didn't come closer is missing out on the best show. Holy crap. We've got 3 Matts. Anybody else named Matt? What are the chances? Is your name Matt, sir? Oh, wait, really? I don't know to trust you people anymore. Okay. Well, I thought I was meant to be the untrustworthy one. 3 pieces of rope, all different lengths. Sorry, man, you have to go round. This man's trying to explain to this man how the trick is done. I haven't done it yet, bro. You can explain in a moment. I actually give the ropes a pull. Whee! Oh, thank you. And they become the same length. So I have 3 identical pieces of rope, so I can actually start these tricks properly. Now I like to do these tricks to stunned silence, or just like a round of applause. So spontaneous. Well, now I can take the little red ball. These are my backup dancers. Is that your writing? Everybody! And I have done my show. Woo! It's kind of strange. You can hear the guy's voice in the band right now on the microphone from all the way over here. The festival is over there, but you can't hear any of their musical instruments because it's all percussion drums. Bit of a weird effect. Oh, there we go. You can hear them when they go loud. I want to take a little bit of time to reflect on the show that I just did. I don't know how to feel about it. So the show was a little bit difficult. I think the introduction was a bit strange because the lady doing the introduction was just introducing me to a mass of people who were there to eat food. They had no interest in the entertainment from the get-go, like no one really knew it was happening, I don't think. And so she was like, "You guys ready for a show?" And the whole place was just silent. So I came over and started setting up like a regular street show. Unfortunately, people seemed a bit like apprehensive about trying to come up close, and then some people sat down really far away, and some people were very uncomfortable, and it didn't seem like, it seemed almost like a harder environment than Raw Street, which is insane to me because Raw Street is typically the hardest. The big difference with this though was there wasn't much foot traffic, so I couldn't really play with people or just make jokes at people walking past. I just had to talk with the people that were in front of me, the first few people. I really suck at power building. I really suck at building a crowd before doing anything. Typically how I do a magic show is I get a small group of people up to my table and then I do them some magic, and then it keeps building because typically there's traffic flow walking behind them and behind me because I'm standing in the middle of a street, so it works out really well and more people will join in as they walk past because they see what's happening and are interested in what is happening. However, with that, that's not possible really because no one's walking around and people are really far away. The only way they would come over is if I say something funny to 3 people that are in front of me. But that's much harder when I only have a limited amount of material that's not improvising off people walking past. So I suck at trying to build a crowd just through the idea of a show happening, through the idea of something happening. For example, a juggler can create intrigue by lighting a torch on fire, by holding up dangerous props, by introducing things. They can tell people what's going to happen. With a magic show, I can't really tell anyone what is going to happen because otherwise that would just ruin the magic, and I can't be like, at the end of the show, I'm going to do a magic trick with the money. That doesn't make any sense to anyone. I'm gonna make money appear in a lemon. Well, now everyone knows the finale, and so they're all expecting it and waiting for it and watching for it. So I want to learn to get better at providing more value at the start of a show without having to do things, without having to perform as much magic. Maybe have some routines that I can throw in the mix that will attract an audience and create intrigue for the show without blasting through my core show material. So then when I do get a crowd and I can connect with them, then I can do the core material of the show, and it's just bang, 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 and it flows very nicely. I don't really know. That's the flaws that I felt like I ran into today. Tomorrow I'm here again, and tomorrow I'm going to try maybe just hype the crowd up a little bit more and get them used to the fact that there's a live show happening. That's something else I suck at, because I don't typically hype crowds up for a magic show. I don't mind if people just stand there and kind of take it in. If people are laughing and stuff, that's great. But if people are just taking it in, it's a little bit off-putting sometimes, because you have a wall of people just kind of like, and you don't exactly know how they're reacting. Most of the time you can see people being like, whoa, and you can see them reacting to some degree. However, with a space like this, I think having the crowd very hyped up and energetic, clapping, cheering, all of these things would have helped possibly a lot more in this space, and it's just not something I'm super accustomed to doing for my show. I can't get people hyped up about stuff. They have no idea what's going to happen. It comes around to that idea again. That's a breakdown of how I feel about my show tonight. I don't feel particularly good about it, but I think I had some good moments and some good laughs, and I don't think it was bad. Just not as good as it could have been, and I wasn't as good as I could have been. So a little bit disappointed in myself. You win some, you lose some. It's all a learning experience. Happy I've done it. I'll be here tomorrow again. I figured while I'm baking in the sun, I might as well get the magic trick out of the way, and that way I don't have to do it later on. I prefer trying to put these magic tricks within the core of the video, like throughout the video, instead of just doing them at some random point. This trick uses 4 aces. This is a classic of magic known as twisting the aces. The idea is you could turn the aces over like so, you could turn them over like so, you could turn over the whole packet like so. There's lots of ways to turn the cards over. The best way I've found, however, is to twist the packet. And then you get one of those aces to turn face up. You could twist it again and that ace turns face down, and then we get the ace of clubs to turn face up. You could actually turn the ace of clubs face down, twist the packet, and now we get the ace of diamonds to turn face up. Now the idea is if you take all 4 aces and you turn them the same way, if you twist the packet one more time, we can get the ace of spades to turn... Oh, actually, sorry, the ace of spades is the most powerful card, and you got to twist the packet 2 more times, 3 in total, and now you can get that ace of spades to turn face up amongst the other 4 cards. 3 cards, but screw it. Patter is hard sometimes. I'm done. Alright, I think I'm gonna head home now. I'm glad that I've done at least one show at the start of the festival here, and that should be a nice warm-up for Adelaide Fringe. We've got the whole weekend coming up of lots of street shows and a few other exciting indoor opportunities for myself this Fringe, actually. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for another vlog. It's gonna be lots of them.